Greetings everyone and welcome back to another video on travel. Today I'm going to talk about my family's trip to New York City and more specifically Central Park on the 21st of June 2025. I was looking back through my footage from last summer and realized I have never shared my day in Central Park. Looking at it now, it was easily one of the highlights of the year. The day started as usual at around 7, and we all got ready to get on an MTA train to Grand Central, New York City. We walked over to the station, bought the tickets, and boarded the train at around 10:40 and got off at Grand Central about 11:40. From there, we walked all the way to the Central Park area's entrance by 12 sharp and got some ice cream, which is about $6 each. There we saw a gilded bronze statue of one of the US's well-known generals, William Tecumseh Sherman, who was a Union general during the American Civil War, meaning he fought against the Confederates. This group statue serves as the central piece of Manhattan's Grand Army Plaza, which is at a corner of Central Park. After staying there for a while, we made our way to the Central Park Zoo. We first started in the Intelligence Garden, where we hanged around for a while. The plan was to next go to the Tropic Zone, view the swans, see the snow leopards, see the grizzly bears, then the harbor seals, followed by the penguins and seabirds. Yes, it is the same one from the one in Happy Feet 2, I believe. And finally eat lunch in the Dancing Crane Cafe. Afterward, we also saw the Tisch Children's Zoo and the 4D Theater. Ooh, and I almost forgot. We saw the Delacorte clock ring twice. Let's dive in. After staying at the cafe for a while, we made our way to the Tropic Zone through the Intelligence Garden. There, we saw a wide variety of flora and fauna on all the layers of the rainforest. The emergent layer, the canopy layer, the understory layer, the shrub layer, and finally, the forest floor, all listed in top to bottom order. We saw hornbills, bowerbirds, starlings, the scarlet ibis, parrots, toucans, and so many other birds. The temperature, humidity, and the sheer lushness and vegetation in the area made it seem like we were in their habitat. And since it was summer, it would have been easy to forget that we were in New York. We learned about how watering holes are essential in many environments and act as meeting places where different species come together. These pools and streams not only offer water to thirsty forest animals, but can also be home to many species of fish, amphibians, and insects, important food sources for a variety of wildlife. We also saw a very cool leaf cutter ant colony. There was even a camera which was extremely zoomed in for us to view the ants in person. We saw bats and snakes even. We saw tamarins, which were these small, cute primates, the same group that includes us humans, and monkeys, gorillas, etc. We saw some mongooses, or monkeys if you ask me. We also saw this big lizard that was called the Gila monster. It was really cool looking. Later, we saw the TD monkeys, which was cool. Then we saw the chakwala, which is a type of desert lizard. We got a glimpse of the Thai bamboo racer, a type of rat snake, which is a constrictor who suffocates its prey. Afterward, we saw the Amazon milk frog and the green tree python, followed by galagos, which really looked like lemurs from Madagascar. We saw the sunbitterns, which, although look mottled brown, have bright patterns hidden between their feathers and that they flash in the dark forest to communicate with other sunbitterns, attract mates, or threaten rivals. Then we saw some actual lemurs. Apparently, they're only found in Madagascar. Subsequently, we went to the temperate territory, firstly viewing the turtles. They lived in a pond surrounded by vegetation. In the same pond, there were also some swans. In the next instance, we saw the snow monkeys followed by the red pandas. Then we saw some special cranes whose habitat actually would be in the Russia, China, Mongolia area. They looked great with some sort of spot on their beak. They had a relatively darker feather color compared to white cranes that we normally see. We saw some flowers and butterflies and eventually made our way to see the snow leopards, which in my opinion were the main icon of the zoo. and they originated from the Himalayas. As we made our way there, we saw some prints of the snow leopard and then an ibex's remains. While reading some facts about the snow leopard, one decided to get out of its cave. We took some great pictures of the big cat. Then we went along to see the grizzly bears, who made it apparent that they were tired and wanted to sleep. They were really cute and looked and acted exactly how we thought bears would. All the bears had names: Trina, Luna, and Amber. We then saw some harbor seals, which were really playful in the water. They swam by the viewing place every now and then. Moving forward, we entered the polar seabirds area zone with all the penguins, puffins, etc. There were 4 types of penguins: the king penguins, the Gentoo penguins, the macaroni penguins, and the chinstrap penguins. Unfortunately, there were no emperor penguins like in the movie Happy Feet. We then left the area to try to see the sea lions, but they were moved out due to the summer and would have been brought back by, say, September. Hence, we went along to see the Intelligence Garden again and to eat lunch at the cafe. We ate pizza, fries, and a pretzel. After lunch, we went to the Tisch Children's Zoo, which was expectedly much smaller and took way less time to visit. Then we went to the 4D theater to watch a movie. It was pretty good and involved a 3D movie with the glasses and stuff like wind and bubbles for the 4D part. After leaving the zoo at around 4 p.m., we made our way to the Bethesda Terrace and Fountain. On our way there, we enjoyed in the views and saw a few statues/monuments. When we arrived, we engaged in the beauty of not only the nature around us, but also the architecture. Like there was a great looking statue. Near the lake, we saw many turtles. We then finally made our way back home and also encountered this monument that I believe is the Alice in Wonderland statue. Rewatching these clips makes me realize how much we packed into one afternoon. If you're heading to NYC this summer, definitely put the zoo in your list, even if the sea lions are on vacation. Thank you.